I don't want to butcher these. I don't want to butcher the saying. I feel like I think my grandma watches these. Hey, grandma. Happy New Year! Everyone's like, wait, Alyssa, the New Year's already happened. Like, what are you talking about? We're already in February. But it is not what the New Year everyone here in America knows as, everyone in the world knows as. No, it is the Lunar New Year. It is what we like to focus on for our family at least. It is the Chinese New Year. So, Happy New Year! So this video will be out exactly on the New Year. I'm actually on time. Woohoo, good for me. I am preparing this ahead of time. But it is on February 10th. It is the year of the dragon in our language, because in Chinese there's multiple dialects, languages, all that stuff. Everyone kind of basically knows the main two, which is Mandarin and Cantonese. Our family, we are Cantonese. So Happy New Year in our dialect, in our language, so in Cantonese, is Sun Ning Phailok. I hope I said that loud enough. I guess I can say it again. I don't know if I said it loud enough. Sun Ning Phailok. The last part I always say so low because I feel like, oh my god, I don't say that often. Clearly, if y'all didn't know, I am half Chinese and half Japanese, so that's why I am discussing the New Year with everybody. So in this video, I kind of want to just talk about like a little brief history. I'm not gonna because this is not everyone's cup of tea, I understand that. But yeah, if you also celebrate the New Year, let me know. There's also a twist on while I discuss the New Year, I want to be doing a little project on the side. So hopefully we can do this again. Like we can kind of do like me talking and then like doing like a little project on the side. So for Christmas, my friend Anise greatly gifted me a Lego of Money Tree. So I feel like this is very fitting to do it right now since we are embarking on the new year. So I feel like we're gonna do this. It is 336 pieces. I've never done a Lego piece this big or like this many pieces before because the only one I've done was the little Chippendale ones. So yeah, we're gonna do them. So we're gonna open it up. I know most people will stereotype that you wear red for the new year, which you do. You usually wear red and all that stuff, but you can also wear green. Green is also a very lucky color. I just don't have any red with me right now. I probably should have gotten something red, but I don't have anything red on me right now, so I'm wearing green. So this is the book for the Legos. How exciting though. Okay, so this is the step right here. So the first one is the base, and then 2 is kind of like we're building the tree. 3 is like, okay, we're forming it, and then 4 is like we're finishing it up. So there's only 4 bags. Sick, there's only 4 bags. Alright, cool. So bag number 1, and as we're going on these bags, so let me empty it out first before I start talking, because I feel like that's not gonna be ideal. Okay, back 2 bags. Okay. What's this? This was just there? Okay, we're just gonna, okay, we'll just leave it there then. That was just there. I've been becoming a really big Lego fan now. That's kind of dangerous. I shouldn't be, because that means more things I want to do. I'm like, oh no, I have no room for all this stuff. Okay. Bag 1s are discarded. Okay. Let's see here. Wow, right here. Hopefully the camera can see everything for sure. Okay. So as we are doing our little Legos, I guess starting off, so like I said, the new year this year is February 10th, so that's a Saturday. This is also gonna be another problem because I'm looking for pieces, so then I have to like focus, and I'm like, oh my god, I can't find that piece. It will usually start like, it's never on a set date, so it's not like Christmas, or it's not like the New Year where it's like December 31st is New Year's Eve, and then January 1st, boom, New Year. And like, no, it always varies. It's basically like the start of like the lunar calendar, like the lunar solar calendar. So usually that kind of roughly, it's like it usually is like roughly around like started, like either it can go from like January 21st to like February 20th. So like there's always a different, it's not always on the same day, straight up. And then so we have so far. So, and then usually it's around the New Year itself. It's not just a day, like the whole, there's like a lot of stuff that happens during the New Year. What is that? Okay. How do you see? Here we go. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Huh? How do they do that? Like this? Ah. See, I'm already getting stuck. This is gonna be difficult. This is quite a challenge for sure. Talking and doing Legos at the same time. Oh, especially like this. Because also I'm trying to look at the camera too while I'm talking. So yeah, so this celebration usually lasts for about 2 weeks, but it's usually like 15-16 days. But I like to say people like it usually lasts around 2 weeks. But yeah, it's usually around like 15-16 days. So this year is about 16 days. Boom. I don't know what this, it's so weird when you look at it because I'm like, it's not really forming yet. Like, it's not forming yet. Let's see here. You need like a gray, 2 gray pieces. Yeah, so this year, since it's around 16 days, it'll end, well, yeah, so this year is around 16 days, so usually there'll kind of be like a prep, there's like a prep period. Next page. There's like a prep period where you kind of like, everyone kind of gets ready for the new year, and the new year actually happens, and then there's a bunch of like different types of celebrations during the time period of the new year. So when preparing for the new year, there's certain things like you shouldn't really be doing. Like there's a lot of superstitions when it comes to the new year, because when you're celebrating the New Year, it's like a lot of like, you're celebrating like good fortune in your future, prosperity, all this stuff. So you want to make sure that you can get the best fortune you can for the new year, get the best luck. So story time, because I asked my mom this, and like, we don't know the whole superstition behind it. I guess but this is a very much like better safe than sorry kind of vibe. My friend this weekend got a tattoo, and I was like, oh my god, like maybe I'll get one. And then I asked my mom, can I get one? And she was all like, I wouldn't, because I don't know what that will do with the new year in terms of like your luck. And I said, oh, okay. Because she said, since technically when you get a tattoo, you are, you know, you're stabbing your skin, or like the needle's going through your skin, you don't want to kind of open a wound or something like that, like open a wound, or you know, start having a scar, like bringing into the new year, like a healing process into the new year. It's better just to kind of do it after. And I said, you know what, that you got a point there. You got a point there, mom. You're onto something. So I decided not to. But there's other things, like there's other superstitions during the new year, for sure. There's a lot of things. Most definitely, like, don't be on. This is also on New Year Day. So you can do this before New Year's, after, whatever. This is on like the New Year's Day. So February 10th, don't be doing this. So, oh no, there's like 3 main like superstitions for sure. Is don't shower, because you're basically like showering all your luck away and all this stuff. Like don't be showering. So plan your shower ahead of time. Don't be sweeping, because you're sweeping the bad luck away. And don't be throwing out the garbage, because again, throwing out the bad luck, or throwing out any luck you have. So a lot of people get, like, when I've like mentioned that, a lot of people kind of get confused, because they're like, wouldn't you want to like throw all that away? And like that's what I kind of thought too, but it just, you want to ensure that you have like the, in simpler terms, the bestest of luck for the year. Bestest of luck for you. But yeah, that is for sure the top 3 like superstitions that I know, and that it's very common for that. Very common superstitions. Woohoo, this is what we are now. Step 10. We're getting there. Getting there. And like when I'm talking about like Chinese New Year, like a lot of people, because this is also known as like a spring festival, so like not only like China is not the only one that kind of follows like the lunar solar calendar. Like I know there's a couple other countries that do. So like Singapore, I know Korea also follows the Lunar New Year calendar. And if I'm forgetting any countries, I'm so sorry. Please let me know. Please tap in. Boom. And now we're done with the base. Now we're on to bag 2. Oh, and apparently we need this. Bag 2. Oh, it comes with the little pieces. So cute. Okay, we'll leave this bag closed for now. This usually helps when you have like little fingers, but I do not. Cute. It's so cute. So we got the first part done of the tree. Cute. Ah. Y'all, I found out what this is. It's like a holder, like it's a base. You need to add the Legos. Ah. Put it in here, like so. Sorry, we had to take a little break. But this is what we have so far now. Tea. As most people kind of assume the Chinese New Year, the people kind of really know kind of like what the animals are. At least that's from my experience. Like people kind of know like, oh, it's like the animals, right? Which is true. Like yes, that is like a big part of Chinese New Year, and you know, like the zodiacs and stuff. So story time. Back in like elementary school, I used to get offered this extra credit assignment, and like I don't know, I just thought it was fun, so I was like, yeah, sure. I'd always do the extra credit because like I like talking about it. So I used to read this story to my class about the myth of the Chinese New Year, the animals. I'm gonna kind of summarize it the best I can because in the story there's like a whole bunch of dialogue and it's like, oh yeah, no. Basically, there was a the emperor, the Jade Emperor was like, I'm gonna have a race. I want to, you know, have all these animals race and blah 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 blah, and like determine like the order for the New Year's, for the calendar. And so, okay, so they were like, we're hosting a race, like we're doing this, and all the animals were like, okay, yeah yeah yeah. Basically, the race is that you had to cross a river to get to the other side. But there's only 12, like, so there's like the first 12 animals that are really across, they will be a part of like the Lunar New Year, like all this stuff. So they, in the story, it kind of separated into like pairs almost, like they kind of told the story of like the pairs of the zodiacs. So in the morning, so there was two early risers. There was the rat and the ox. In the story I read, there was also a cat. The cat and the rat did not get along. But the rat, sneaky and cunning as the rat is, was like, oh my, like, don't worry, like, we'll get this through together, like, we'll cross the river together, like, here. So they convinced the ox, because the ox was very like, sure, whatever, like, come on down, like, because the ox was like, oh, I can cross this river no problem, I'm big and strong, like, I can cross the river no problem. So the rat was like, hey, like, can, like, we, like, get on your back and, like, cross the river with you? Because they're, like, early morning risers. And he's like, sure, yeah, like, whatever. Stubborn, not really thinking, like, anything of it. Like, sure, yeah, whatever. Likes to help. All this stuff. So the rat was like, okay. So the cat was like, sick. Like, I'm gonna be a part of it, whatever. And incorrect. Once they're like, go! The rat pushes the cat into the water, and it's like a flowing river, like it's a flowing like river, like there's a current. So the cat is like freaking out, like, oh my god, oh my god. So then the cat goes back into where the starting line is, and the rat's all so the rat for the cat being so flustered, it's like, how dare you? And with that, the cat did not get a part, didn't get a spot. Like, the cat didn't even, there was not even any hope. The rat came first because after they crossed, the rat jumped off the ox and crossed the finish line first. So sneaky and cunning as the rat is, the rat got first place, and then the ox got second. And then later on, I also have the story up here on my computer because I don't want to get the myth wrong, because again, I read this like when I was like young. Next up after the rat and the ox was the tiger and the rabbit. And obviously the tiger's like, I'm strong, I'm this, like all this stuff. And the rabbit's like, I'm fast, like I can hop, like blah, blah, blah. So the rabbit was hopping on the little stepping stools across the river. Meanwhile, the tiger was like pushing through and everything. So the tiger beat the rabbit. And then after that was the dragon and the snake, which is very interesting how those two kind of got paired together. But basically the dragon was 5th, so the snake ranked 6th. It's very interesting. It's a very interesting story. I don't know. There's like a lot of logistics to it for some reason on a myth. And then after that, after this dragon and the snake, there was they like to describe them as like the kind and modest horse and goat. Again, very similar in like the terms of like a ghost and a goat and a horse. They arrived basically together. They were very kind. They were like, oh, after you. Oh, no, after you. Oh. And then they saw like how like, and then the Jade Emperor saw how nice they were, and he was like, I like that. Like, God, you guys are very nice to each other, all this stuff. He's like, I like how modest you guys, like how the animals were, how the horse and the goat were. So they ranked 7th and 8th. Like, there wasn't really like a, oh, like after, like it wasn't really like a you go first. It's like, no, they were the 7th and 8th. And after that was a monkey, basically a monkey jumping through the stones, all this stuff, being monkeys. And after that, there wasn't really like there was like ninth place. So then it's like, okay, the last of the last. It was like the rooster, the dog, the pig. So basically, that's what happened. So honestly, the main like drama of the story was between the cat and the rat, which is like, history be told, there always be drama with those two. But I think it's just crazy to me that the rat was like, and that is basically like the myth of the zodiac animals. Very, very interesting story. Again, little Alyssa was talking about all this and everything with her class. I'm pretty sure her class didn't really care, but it was fun. And your girl got extra credits, so that's all that matters. Oh, it's getting dark in here, but I am determined. I am determined to finish this piece. So update, we are on bag 3. This is how far we are. And I kind of want to talk about like the animals itself, because even though like it is a myth, like I still, and I know a couple other people still like follow it, like being like, oh, I'm this, I'm that, I'm like, I can see myself being, it's like, yeah, like again, like your astrology, like I'm a Libra, like I understand the values and what I am, like that's kind of what it is. Update, bag 3 is done. This is where we're at. We're almost done. We're on bag, there's 2 bags. Bag 4. Yee. I'm so happy. My fingers are getting numb from poking and everything, and it's getting dark obviously because I have my light on. There's obviously other traditions during the new year. We, in most families, we get these things. We get the red envelopes, as you can see. These lovely little things right here. They all come in different shapes and sizes, different things. They're getting very innovative with red envelopes. Usually they contain money and all this stuff. It kind of just symbolizes like good wishes and like kind of like good fortune and good wishes for the new year kind of thing. Like basically saying like best of luck for the new year. Can you imagine if I push too hard and everything just comes undone? I think I would cry. Guess what? We're making more branches. Oh man. I feel like by this time I would have it down by now, but I still don't. Yeah, so for my family, basically on New Year's we will get together. Well, actually, not New Year's. Well, like, it's kind of hard because sometimes the New Year's falls like on a weekday or like just a day that doesn't work. But we try to do it like the weekend of the New Year's. So like we're doing it, like obviously like New Year's on a Saturday this year, so we're doing it that weekend. Which is very, I always love New Year's dinner because the food. My grandma makes really good food. That's basically it. Like I said, nothing too crazy. Don't do a whole lot. Also, it's just, yeah. When I was a child, though, my uncle, because we used to watch the Lunar New Year, like it still happens, like in San Francisco, but my uncle used to actually partake in that parade, which I thought was like so cool. I was like, oh my god, like he's there. He used to like help with the dragons. He used to hold one of them. So sometimes we used to watch it like at home and be like, you can't see him because he's hiding, but I do like appreciate how like Lunar New Year is kind of becoming more and more of a traditional holiday, like a more recognized holiday. I really do appreciate that. You know, I wish like, you know, everyone kind of gets like their own little special like holiday, like in terms of like their culture and here, especially in America, because like, or America, like we should all celebrate all cultures. Okay, I had to turn on the light because I lost the freaking piece, but I found it, and we are done. Oh my god, I almost dropped it. So cute. Wow. So So pretty. Oh my god, again, I almost dropped it. My little money tree. Alright, that is it for me today. I'm gonna wrap up this video. Stop my stressing of the Lego set and my little talk about the Lunar New Year. So, thank you so much for watching. My battery's gonna die. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like, subscribe, comment, share all that fun stuff. Sending good vibes your way as always, and I will see you next time. Sending vlog. Happy New Year. Peace.